I want to reveal one really important thing to you. TikTok organic dropshipping is genuinely a very difficult business model, and I'm going to explain to you why that is, and I hope that you actually understand what problems are about to face you if you want to start with organic, because this is not for everybody. Most people are not going to succeed with TikTok organic because they're just not made for it. Very first of all, you need to understand that the time commitment is obviously very, very high. On Facebook, it's genuinely very difficult to spend more than like 3 hours a day, because what the fuck can you do? You can just launch a few new campaigns, test a few new products, and what now? You just have to wait for results, turn the ad sets off, create new ad sets, scale them a little bit, create a CBO, whatever. But it's literally not a full-time job. It's almost impossible to make Facebook ads dropshipping your full-time job. However, with organic, it's very, very different. Because with organic, what happens is you trade your time for money you actually get. And the more videos you post, the more money you make. It's very direct. If you post 9 videos per day, or you post 3 videos per day, you're gonna make it work 3 times faster with the 9 videos versus 3, because you just have triple the output. It's that simple. You spend more time and you make more money. It's literally only that. Obviously, you need to have a good strategy and a bunch of feedback, etc., but let's not get into that. Mainly, you need to understand you're trading your valuable time for money. Why is this not for everyone? The reason for that is because the payoff is not instant. You will post 10 videos today, and you're not gonna make shit. For the next 3 weeks straight, you're gonna post 10 videos every single day. And most likely, you're not gonna make a single dollar. Why? Because in the first 3 weeks of organic dropshipping, a beginner is usually not gonna see any success. However, you spend 3 weeks of your life for free, and you don't get paid. Next month, maybe you don't get paid again. And I just filmed a case study with one student of mine, Juan, and it's a perfect example for this. For like 3 months straight, he did organic dropshipping, and in total, he made like $1,000, which means he made like $500 in profit in 3 months. That's literally nothing. He was doing this full time. However, in one single week, he made like 35K or something in revenue, which was actually over like 24K in profit. Now you might think this is insane. He actually made 24K in profit in one single week. No. He made 24K in 3 months. However, the reward was just delayed. The first 3 months, he was literally working for free. In 1 week, he made all the money for all the time back. Now, what can you learn from this? You need to be patient. If you start organic and you do it for 3 months and it doesn't work and you quit, you actually worked for 3 months for free. The payoff just comes if you keep going. If you don't keep going, there's no reward in the end. That's it. If you switch strategy after you almost nailed it and you start Facebook ads or something else, boom, you start from scratch again. And this is something which is so difficult for so many people, to actually delay the reward. They want the money now, today, max this week. If the money only comes in a month, it's already way too late. This is a completely wrong mindset. You want to make money in the long run. How do you do that? You build a skill, and then you make money from that skill forever. But the problem here is the only thing which actually is making you money with your TikTok organic is the skill of doing good videos and converting. That's what's gonna make you money, but it just takes time until you get there. And I want you to understand what it means to actually trade your time for money. You know how you go to a regular job and you do something? This is exactly the same thing. Every hour you do a job, you get paid $10, okay? Every hour you do TikTok organic, you get paid $0. Until you learn it, and then you get paid an insane amount. Like your hourly rate is gonna jump into the hundreds very, very quick after you learn the skill. And this is a concept which all of you need to understand. You need to be able to set up your life in a way where you front load the work without the results, and then you get the rewards later. This is what most people don't do at all. They go to their job because they're gonna get paid this day. Like every single day, every week, every month, they're getting paid for what they do, no matter what. And the problem is you don't get out of this cycle because you do have a job, you have to pay your rent. You cannot just quit the job and start doing organic full time, which means that in the beginning, you're gonna have to do a job plus hours and hours and hours of organic, and you're gonna burn out. It's almost mandatory for organic to work that you burn out, because you're gonna work 10-hour days every day if you have a job next to it. And if you don't, you should still work 10-hour days, but only into organic. So I just wanna paint a picture for you that this is not a side hustle. The moment where you are able to quit your job, this becomes a thing which is gonna eat up all of your time. Because then it's more important than ever that you trade your time for money. That's the only time and place in business where that's a really, really good trade in the beginning. In the beginning, your time is worthless. You need money. In the beginning, you just need cash flow. That's the only point in the beginning of starting a business. Later on, your time becomes more and more and more valuable. And at some point, it's just not worth your time to film videos. And then you start outsourcing. But only then you can do that. In the beginning, you can't, because everything you outsource without knowing what they're actually doing, you're gonna fuck it up. Because imagine this, you outsource it to a creator, he doesn't make it work. What now? Why does it not work? Because of his videos, because of the products, because of the algorithm. What's the issue? You have no clue. If you haven't done it before, you cannot evaluate anything which the person who you outsourced it to did. Meaning that you need to get the skill first. And I want you to also understand who you are competing against in this organic world. On TikTok, on Instagram, what goes viral? The most entertaining videos. So if you post a super hilarious meme, chances are it's gonna go viral. If you post something which is genuinely really funny, of course it's gonna go viral. That's easy because that's what the platform is basically there for, to entertain. However, imagine this. Your competition for screen time is people who only have to entertain. What you have to do is entertain and then also sell at the same time and still go viral. You actually are competing for screen time. TikTok is going to decide, what am I showing your audience today? Am I showing your videos or am I showing Mr. Beast's new short? And obviously it's much easier to go viral for Mr. Beast because he doesn't have to sell you anything. People don't want to get sold, they only want to get entertained. The only criteria which TikTok bases everything on is watch time. If you have a bunch of people watching the entire thing multiple times, of course you're going to go viral. But it's very difficult to attain that if you're selling at the same time. And this is why it's so nuanced to actually make this work. There's so many different factors which are going to stand in your way and you're going to feel like you should quit because, again, it's not for most people. However, after you actually are there, when you build the skill of going viral and converting at the same time, you're going to see that it just works. It literally just keeps working forever. And basically every second product or so you test is gonna crush it because you just have attained this skill. So the main question is, who is organic for? Number one, it's not only for broke people who cannot afford ads. Because trust me, if your goal is making 10 to 20K profit per month, organic is the way to go. Even though it's genuinely super difficult, it's the simplest way to get there. All right, there's less external bullshit coming your way with organic. There's basically two requirements. Number one, you put in the work. Number two, you follow a proper strategy. If you do those two things, that is it. So if you think you can actually do number one and execute, I am very confident that I can provide the other 50%, which is providing you with a good strategy, how to go viral, how to convert, how to pick products, and how to make everything work so you actually get to your goals. If you think you're actually going to be able to put in this amount of work for a long amount of time consistently, then you can click the link below and schedule a call with us. Every single person in all the case studies you see on this channel did exactly what I described here. It's possible, it's just very difficult. If you want to do it, click the link below and I will see you there.